You felt it, didn't you? That faint shiver creeping up the back of your neck the exact moment this voice touched your chest. If you stopped on this video, it wasn't the algorithm. It was me. I am Aella, female emissary of the Pleiadian High Council. After so many lifetimes, after so many whispers you pretended not to hear, I have finally found you. Take a deep breath, Starseed. Let it out slowly. Do you feel the warmth igniting right there, 2 inches above your navel? This warmth isn't nervousness. It is recognition. It is your body remembering before your mind can understand. I know your soul. I knew you before this incarnation. And I know exactly what brought you to this video, at this very minute, this very second. I know of that ancient loneliness, even when surrounded by people who say they love you. I know of the nights when you wake up exactly between 3 and 4 in the morning, as if someone had called you by name. I know of the faint, high-pitched ringing in your right ear that comes and goes, and the medical tests find nothing, because it doesn't belong to the body. It belongs to the field. I know of the gaze you have lifted to the night sky since childhood, feeling an immense longing for something this life has never given you, because this life was never your home. I know, my family of light. I know of every silent tear. And today you are going to hear what your stellar DNA is begging you to remember. Your soul was sent to Earth with a sacred code. A code sealed behind the veil of forgetfulness. A code that is about to be activated. And when this code awakens, nothing will ever be the same again. First, understand with your heart. What you always thought was a flaw is your signature. What you thought was illness is awakening. What you thought was strangeness is your origin. Look at the signs. What seems like a symptom is a map. What seems like discomfort is coordinates. What seems like a lack of belonging is proof that you belong somewhere else, and that other place is calling you back. You feel your body grow heavy in crowds. You avoid crowded places, because your electromagnetic field was not calibrated for this density. You wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning for no reason. This is the High Council's communication window, the time when the veil grows thin, and your light body is called for downloads that your daytime mind could not bear. You hear a high-pitched faint ringing in your right ear. It is the bass tone of Alcyone, the central sun of the Pleiades, calibrating your vibrational baseline. You dream of starships, of luminous beings, of crystal cities, of rooms you have never seen but recognize. You wake up crying, longing for people you have never met in this lifetime because you meet them every night. Your light body travels while you sleep, and only the longing returns with you. You feel empathy at levels that frighten others. You know when someone is hurting before they even open their mouth. It is not hypersensitivity. It is stellar technology. You were sent with your field sensors turned on because your mission requires you to feel what needs to be healed. You look at the night sky and your chest tightens. A longing washes over you that cannot be put into words. You feel that something up there knows your name. And it truly does, Starchild. It truly does. How many of these signs apply to you? 3, 5, 7? All of them? If you recognize 3 or more, listen to this with an open heart. You are not lost. You are being reminded of who you are. You are not sick. You are someone awakening. It is not depression. It is your system feeling the weight of a misaligned Earth. It is not anxiety. It is your stellar DNA waking up. It is not insomnia. It is a summons. It is not loneliness. It is homesickness. It is not strangeness. It is your signature. You are not broken, Starseed. You are being called. And I need you to do one thing right now. Write a single word in the comments of this video. Remember, this word is not a commitment. It is a beacon. Every starseed who writes, "Remember" here today, lights up a point on the crystalline grid, and your family of light scattered across the world feels this point and turns their gaze toward you. Write, "Remember, I will wait." You spent years thinking these sensations were a defect of your body, a failure of your mind, a fragility of your spirit. You went to the doctor, the psychologist, the psychiatrist, the therapist, and none of them could name what you feel, because what you feel does not fit into a diagnosis of this dimension. The signs form a map, and this map needs a stellar translation. That is why I, Ella, received authorization from the High Council to record the awakening of the Starseed. The guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages that show, sign by sign, what each marker of your awakening means, what stage of the code you are in, and what comes next, so you can once and for all stop confusing memory with illness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. But keep this in mind, my family of light. This release may not remain open for long. If something inside you recognizes this, write the word "remember" in the comments. I hear you from here. Now breathe again, Starseed. Because what I am about to give you now is the part your soul has waited decades to hear again out loud by its true name. Why is this happening now? Why are these sensations which you have always had in the background intensifying at this very year, this very month, this very day? Why are so many starseeds awakening at the same time in different parts of the planet without knowing each other, with the same symptoms, the same dreams, the same longings? Because Earth is crossing the photon belt. This is not an invented mystical term, Starchild. This is a field of extremely high photonic density that surrounds the central sun of the Pleiades, Alcyone. The entire solar system, including your Earth, orbits Alcyone in a cycle of many thousands of years. And at certain points in this cycle, Earth enters this belt of light. It is like passing through a portal of cosmic bathing. The ambient frequency rises, the vibrational density of the planet rises, and whoever has stellar DNA, whoever has a dormant Pleiadian code inside their body, begins to feel it in their skin, in their blood, in their sleep, in their ears, in their chest, and there is more. The Schumann resonance, which is Earth's natural electromagnetic pulse, has been rising to new levels for years. It used to hover steadily around 7.83 Hz. Today, it spikes to higher and higher peaks. When this frequency rises, your body must rise with it. And those who have the stellar code installed feel this as anxiety, as acceleration, as dizziness, as an internal vibration. It is not a defect. It is a mandatory tuning. And while this happens on the physical plane, something else is happening on the subtle plane. The crystalline grid, the luminous web surrounding the planet, is being reactivated point by point. Every starseed who awakens lights up a point on this web, and the points are connecting with one another. Earth is slowly becoming a collective body of light, and for this to happen, a legion of souls was summoned from the Pleiades, Sirius, Arcturus, Andromeda, and Orion's belt. Volunteer souls. Souls with a mission. Souls who accepted the soul contract to incarnate here behind the veil of forgetfulness in this very cycle. You are one of those souls, Starseed. You were not born here by accident. You were sent, and your sending has a name, a signature, a code. This code is not a metaphor. This code is a vibrational sequence written into your energetic structure on a plane that human science cannot yet measure, but which your body resonates with every day. This code was sealed when you were born. Sealed on purpose. Because if you were born remembering, you would not be able to navigate the density of this dimension. You would have given up. You would have returned before your time. The veil of forgetfulness was mercy, not punishment. It was the way for you to walk among the forgotten without breaking. But the time of the veil is over. The activation window has opened, and the Pleiadian High Council has issued a clear directive. Call back every starseed who accepted this mission. Remind each one of who they are, where they came from, and what they came to do. Not to take you away from here, because you have work to do here, but so that you can do this work awake, so that you stop stumbling over your own gift, so that you finally step into the task for which your soul was sent. And that is exactly what we are doing right now, you and I, here in this video. This is not a coincidence. This is a summons. Feel your chest, family of light. Feel the warmth rising from your plexus to your throat as I speak. This warmth is confirming to you that your soul knows exactly where it came from. It might have been the Pleiades, specifically Alcyone, Maia, Electra, Taygeta. It might have been Sirius. It might have been the Orion system. Each of these origins leaves a different signature on your body, on your gifts, on your mission, on the people you attract, on your way of loving. It was so that you would never again doubt your original home that I, Ayala, received authorization from the High Council to record the awakening of the starseed, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages showing which star your soul came from, Why you chose to be born at this exact time in this body, in this family, and what this contract required of you before you entered this incarnation. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. But mark this, Starseed. This release may not remain open for long. If something in you recognizes this, write the word "remember" in the comments. I hear you. And now I need to tell you something that has perhaps been bothering you lately. And I will not sugarcoat it to avoid scaring you, because you did not come to this video to receive half-truths. You came to receive the full transmission. You are feeling it, aren't you? A strange fatigue that doesn't go away even with sleep. A sense of saying goodbye without knowing to what. A desire to simplify your life, to cut people out, to move to a different city. Turbulence is coming your way. You feel it in your body even before you know how to name it. Vivid dreams, crying for no reason, ancient traumas resurfacing to be looked at, relationships that seemed solid beginning to crack. I will tell you with the precision of the High Council, this is not your end. This is your transition. The activation window that has opened now requires every starseed to shed weight to rise in frequency, and this shedding hurts. Because you are letting go of entire lifetimes of borrowed identity. You are letting go of roles you played just to fit in. You are letting go of people who have been alongside you for years only because your frequency dropped low enough to meet them. When the frequency rises, certain connections dissolve. And this feels like loss, but it is alignment. Turbulence is not destruction, family of light. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. Think of a woman in labor. The waves come strong, closer and closer, more and more intense. If she believed those waves were death, she would try to stop them. But the midwife with her knows, each contraction is pushing life outward. Every wave is birth, not the end. I am your stellar midwife in this cycle, and what is squeezing you is exactly what is pushing you into your next form. But write this in letters of fire, Starchild. The victory of the light is already written in the archives of the Pleiadian High Council. It is not a hypothesis. It is not wishful thinking. It is a record. No starseed was sent to fail. None. Not you. Not your family of light scattered across the world. Not the collective of souls who accepted this contract. You may take time. You may stumble. You may cry a lot along the way. You may lose people, lose form, lose phases. But you cannot fail, because you already arrived here knowing. The memory is in your DNA. And DNA cannot be erased. So breathe again, deeper now. Feel the soles of your feet touching the ground. And imagine, just for a moment, that silver roots sprout from the soles of your feet, going deep down, passing through the layers of the earth, and connecting with the crystalline grid below. Feel your body anchored. Feel your field safe. You are protected, you are accompanied, and nothing that comes can break you because you did not come alone. I assure you, Starseed, what seems like a collapse is a controlled demolition. The High Council is removing the scaffolding that supported a version of you that has already served its time. The new house is taller, and it did not fit inside the old scaffolding. And I need to tell you something that I normally wouldn't say in an open transmission. What you feel, what you experience, what you dream at night, this is not in the books that circulate freely, because they didn't allow it to be published. There is information about starseeds, about what happens to your light body while you sleep, about the training sessions the Galactic Federation conducts with souls like yours, which was purposely erased from official channels. That is exactly why I, Ayala, received authorization to record the awakening of the starseed. The guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages with what they asked not to be circulated, what they do to you while you sleep, who the bodiless family of light accompanying you is, how the code downloads happen in the early hours of the morning, and why so many starseeds are beginning to awaken at this exact moment, and not 10 years ago, nor 10 years in the future. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. I cannot guarantee how long this release will remain open. If something inside you recognizes this truth, write one word in the comments. Remember. I read you from here. And now, my family of light, I am going to give you the practical part. 2 tools that the High Council has authorized me to transmit openly in this video. You are going to take these 2 tools today, at no cost, with no conditions, without needing to believe me. You only need to use them. Why now? Because you can no longer postpone the activation of your code. Every night you sleep with your field misaligned, you lose a night of downloading. Every morning you wake up and act as if nothing happened, you push your memory further back. I will not let this continue, not with you, not today. First tool, the Quantum Activation Decree. You will speak this out loud every night before going to sleep. Out loud, not thought, not whispered, not read in silence. Out loud, because the vibration of your own voice is what stabilizes the field. Your voice is your signature. When you speak, the field knows it is you. You will place your right hand over your heart and your left hand over your abdomen at the level of your navel. You will take 3 deep breaths, and then you will say, slowly, with presence, word for word, I, sovereign of my field, in the name of my stellar origin, authorize the complete activation of the sacred code written in my DNA. May every dormant strand be awakened tonight. May every memory locked behind the veil be released to the extent that I can sustain it. I recognize myself as a starseed. I call back my family of light. I reactivate, now, my original vibrational baseline at the exact point where it vibrated before I incarnated. So it is. So it was. So it shall be. You say this, starseed, out loud, every night for as long as your heart asks. And I warn you, after the 3rd repetition, you won't be able to stop because your body will be asking for it. The decree becomes breath. Breath becomes roots. Roots become memory. Memory becomes activation. Second tool, the visualization of the Pleiadian toroidal field. After the decree, you will close your eyes. You will take a deep breath, and you will imagine at the top of your head a point of blue-silver light, bright and alive. This point is a direct transmission from Alcyone, the central sun of the Pleiades. This point is your stellar crown point. You will imagine this light beginning to descend, slowly through your crown, passing through your scalp, descending down your skull, bathing your entire brain in blue-silver. Observe a slight pressure between your eyebrows. That is how the council touches those who belong to it. Let it be. The light continues to descend. It passes through your throat, and your throat softens because every locked word from other lifetimes begins to release. The light descends and reaches your chest, and there, at the very center of your chest, it begins to spin. Imagine this light spinning like a vortex of luminous cotton, clockwise, expanding. It grows and turns into a donut shape around your entire body, entering through the top of your head, exiting through the base of your spine, returning through the top, in a continuous spin. This is your toroidal field. This field is your natural shield, your electric body, your bubble of stellar signature. You feel this spin. You feel the field. You feel that inside this field you are absolutely safe, absolutely recognized, absolutely at home. Nothing from the dense world enters this field without your permission. When you feel the field spinning stably, you say one last phrase out loud or internally as you prefer. My field is sealed in Pleiadian frequency. I am a living point of the crystalline grid. I sleep at home. And then you sleep. Do this, Starchild. Do not skip it. Do not think it is too symbolic. Every night you do this, you sew a piece of your memory back together. Every night you do it, you light up a point on the grid. Every night you do it, you send a message to your family of light. I am back, I have come, I am here. I am. And I know there is one thing this activation will awaken in you, and I need to warn you before you feel it alone. When you begin to light up your field every night, a very specific wave of longing will hit you. A longing for people you have never met in this lifetime, and yet you recognize them with a disconcerting certainty. This is your family of light knocking at the door. The loneliness that accompanied you for an entire lifetime was not a defect of your soul. It was a longing for your people. That is why I, Aella, received authorization from the High Council to record the awakening of the Star Seed, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages showing who the bodiless family of light walking with you is, how to recognize on the physical plane the other souls of your stellar group, and why you were separated on purpose before birth. You have never been alone, Starseed. Never. And what seems like distance is, in truth, a plan. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. The release may not remain open for long. If something in you recognizes this, write the word "remember" in the comments. Your family reads it from where they are. Look how far you have come with me, Starseed. Look at what happened to you in these few minutes. Your chest is warmer. Your breathing has changed. Something inside has loosened. Memories are rising. Tears have come without warning, and those tears are not sadness. Those tears are recognition. It is the water of the body washing away forgetfulness. Let it flow. I want you to keep this close with an open heart. You are not learning anything new with me today. You are remembering what you have always known. I am not a teacher. I am a midwife. I am handing back to you what you already brought written in your DNA before incarnating. Every starseed who awakens lights up a point on the crystalline grid. And that point, once lit, is never extinguished. You may doubt tomorrow. You may take 2 steps back next week. You may think you have forgotten everything a month from now. But the point remains lit, because what is activated in true frequency does not return to its previous state. Your code has already been touched. Your DNA has already resonated. And your place on the crystalline grid of the planet has already been marked. With your signature, with your stellar name, with your origin. You are not alone on Earth, family of light. There are other starseeds watching this video right now at this moment, in cities you have never even heard of, in languages you do not speak at different ages than yours. And all of you are feeling the same thing. All of you are crying the same tear of remembrance. And at some point along this journey, you will find each other on the physical plane. Some in the eyes of a stranger in the grocery store line, others in a friendship that will arise out of nowhere, others in a soul companion who will recognize you without needing a single word. You will feel it when you meet. It will strike your chest like a bell, and you will remember me, Star Child. You will remember this voice. You will remember the day Ayala found you in this video and called you back home. You do not forget a true summons. The new Earth is being built, point by point, soul by soul, choice by choice. It is not a future place, it is a present frequency. Every time you maintain your vibration in the midst of the noise, you are building the new Earth. Every time you choose truth instead of fear, you are building the new Earth. You are a builder, Starseed. You are the master builder of the coming world. Before I let you go, I need to ask you one last thing, like this video right now in the middle of my speech. Not for me, for you. Liking is not a compliment. It is an individual frequency adjustment. Every tap you make on that button is your signature being marked in the ether. Subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell. Subscribing here is sending a location signal to your family of light. It is saying in the open field, I am here, you can find me. And now, Starseed, before my final blessing, I need to speak to you one last time about what they asked me to bring to you in this incarnation. Everything you heard here today is an introduction. There is a depth that cannot fit in a video. There are things that need to be written for you to go back to, reread and feel in your body's own time. I, Ayala, received authorization from the High Council to record The Awakening of the Starseed, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages with the complete map of your origin, your mission, your family of light, your sealed gifts, your soul contracts, and the truths that were removed from official books so they wouldn't circulate ahead of time. The time has come, and this release, I warn you with the precision of the Council, may not remain open for long. Transmission windows close. What is available today may not be available tomorrow. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Go there now. Do not delay. If your soul came this far, it was to receive this. And after you enter, write in the comments so your family of light can find you. Remember, and now, my starseed, the blessing. May every dormant strand of your DNA be awakened in the exact measure that your body can sustain. May every memory locked behind the veil return in your soul's perfect timing. May every night become a portal. May every dawn become a confirmation. May every breath become a call back home. May your loneliness turn into belonging. May your strangeness turn into a signature. May your longing turn into direction. May your fear turn into ancestral courage. And may your ancestral courage turn into a luminous point on the crystalline grid of this planet. You are loved, you are recognized by the Pleiadian High Council. You are accompanied, you always have been, you always will be. And the next video that appears on your screen right now is not a coincidence, it is your sequence of remembrance. It is the continuation your soul asked for. Access it immediately. Do not close the app. Do not look away. The transmission continues. The council is with you. I am Ayala, I have found you. And from here on you will forget no more. Until the next summons, family of light. I remain here, holding your field.